You want to get started from the ground up? Start at Pauly's Productions, 1119 West Douglas, Wichita, Kansas.
SE Drill. From the ground up. A look at some of Wichita's top artists that help influence the culture. Artists such as YBM Smoove, Plainview, aRowe, the record label Soufwest Entertainment, Dricks, and your very own Greg the Hitman Williams of Power 93.5. We explore the journey from behind the scenes to the stage and everything else in between. Welcome to From the Ground Up, the art of music. In the southeast part of the city, near 31st and Hillside, resides an area of violence, ferocity, and poverty in a small Asian community known as Plainview. One artist was able to turn the turmoil into creativity. Donning the name of his neighborhood, Plainview Kiet quickly became one of the fastest rising stars in the city. Coming from that kind of environment doesn't come without consequences. We talk about violence, public perception, and mental health with Plainview Kiet in this episode of From the Ground Up.
Hey, bitch, I'm with my bro. Bitch, I'm with my ninja. Bitch, I'm with my dog. Bitch, I'm with my ninja. Bitch, I'm with my bro. Bitch, I'm with my ninja. Bitch, I'm with my
okay.
The fans don't know nothing. This is the very first time I'm really letting the fans know who I truly am, bro. This talk right here. I never had this talk with no media, no Facebook posts, ain't shit, no none of that. I feel like I'm ready now for the fans to see me because I've learned enough for me to give it a try, you know? That's why it's, like I said, transparent. I don't want to put no coats on it.
Make some noise for Plainview! I need some water. If y'all know the lyrics to the song, sing along with me.
In the kitchen with the stove. Used to live inside a nail salon behind the stove. All I see is ballers with a pistol selling dope. So I looked up to them, I looked up to them. Soon as I turned 18, I got locked inside the gym. Brody in the slammer told me don't come back again. He said you got potential, don't be fucking up your chance. That's some real shit, fam. Go and get a deal, fam.
The first song I remember recording. The first song I ever recorded was, you remember the song Deuces by Chris Brown? Yeah. We was doing a remix of that. When I recorded my verse, like my homies just was laughing at me. They just could, like while I was recording, they would just start laughing, bursting out laughing. That shit was ass. And they told me themselves, like, bro, like, no, this, like, bro, you suck at rapping. Like, nah, just don't try to rap. That was the whole, that blossom, like the whole thing, that started me rapping was my homies laughing at me, and I kept it in my head because I always was the type of person to like try to prove somebody wrong. After that, I didn't rap for a whole year and a half or something like that. I was just writing, just practicing, and then one day I got back in the studio and I just caught it. Like, it just came to me. I tell my boys all the time, like, man, back then y'all, you know, just poking fun of, you know, your homies and stuff. Like, yeah, back then y'all doubted me and shit. You know, now I'm better than you type shit. You know. The first song really that caught some attention for me is a song called "Remember." That I don't even like the song, but the first song that really gained me some traction was "Remember."
AK-47 with banana clips, I'm damaging. Swagger jacking, biting niggas, dressing off the mannequin. Riding with my family members, mobbing in a family van. Sagging down my pants, she saw the hammer, now she panicking.
It's because where I'm at now as an artist, my current sound, I don't really rap anymore. I kind of like do melody stuff. So that's why I like, you know, You're Your Toughest Critic. But the fans and shit, they love that song. Me, I just don't like to rap anymore. My sound is just, you know, just wavy, like you can just ride around by yourself and listen to it. This is a sound that I'm most comfortable with, so hopefully they enjoy it. As an artist, you experiment with new sounds, and that kind of gory sound, like I attribute that to my brother Kendrick. He's really the originator because he makes the beats and he influenced me onto a culture that, bro, when I first seen the horrorcore market, I was just like blown away. I was just like, what the fuck? This shit is crazy. Like, they stage dive, they like fighting each other, they throwing fists and shit in the crowd, like Suicide Boys. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, so that's where that gory shit that you hear come from. I was just influencing stuff, but me, this side, like, I just always liked to sing. I just always liked to make melodies. So, you know, I'm just trying different things, but of course I'm not gonna give up rapping, because one day I'm gonna be bored of the sound I'm currently doing, and I'm gonna go back to it, and it's gonna be, you know, you letting your brain refresh. Like, from now on, I'm not writing no more. I'm just gonna go to the studio and just go off the top. Like, that's how I've been recording, and it just works way much better. With my boy Stilo, he was the first person that put me on the show. And it was just all the homies, like, damn, I miss that shit too. I ain't gonna lie, like, everybody kind of went their own ways. And like, just to tell everybody that, you know, y'all know who y'all are. Like, I still got love for y'all, and ain't no hard feelings or nothing. I kind of miss them days where we just started and trying to get a name for ourselves, you know?
Did something happen?
It's kind of like a friend-family relationship where, you know, stuff happened, life happened. And then everybody just went their own way. Some people lost focus, some people lost interest in it, did other things, right. The only thing that keep me going is knowing that people was doubting me. Like I said, like, that's really the number one thing that keeps me going. There's a lot of stuff tied into it, but the number one thing is knowing that people was doubting me. So I for the rest of my life, I'm gonna feel like I got something to prove. That song, for some reason, just, I don't know, it just possesses me, kinda. I just kinda hype myself up. That's why when you see me about to perform that, I'm always like, hey, yeah, just building myself up. And I don't know what it is about the song. I think it's the history, like all the performances, all the things that came with that song. It's like I remember it subconsciously, and it brings, like, you know, it sticks with me. So every time I perform it, it's gonna be the same energy.
Bitch, I'm with my bro. Bitch, I'm with my nigga. Bitch, I'm with my dog. Bitch, I'm with my ninja. Bitch, I'm with my bro. Bitch, I'm with my ninja. Bitch, I'm with my dog. Bitch, I'm with my ninja. Ayy. Cocaine flow, stuff it up your nose.
You talking about Ramen Noodles? I'm just tired of performing that song, bro. But everybody just go dumb when I play the song. Because, bro, I've been performing it for like a year and a half. Like, when I said, when I fell off and lost focus for a minute, that's the song that kept me alive. Like, it bought me a lot of time. I'm just tired of performing, bro. Like, I perform at every show. I know, bro. I know. When I made the song, when I went to the studio, I didn't mean to make any songs. I wasn't there to make any songs. I was there for the homie Kendrick, and he was recording. But then I had the beat, and it was his beat. He makes the beats, and he just put it on, and I was like, man, I'm gonna just go in there and freestyle. So like, I was just saying dumb stuff, like just funny, dumb stuff. And when Jacob put a mix on it, Kendrick was just like, hey man, this shit kinda hard. So then like we took it to the car and we listened to it and everything. We was like, what the fuck, it is kinda hard. So like we just shot a video to it. All my Asian homies, they don't like being on camera. So they was over there. So I had Hit King just pull up. Like didn't tell him that we was gonna shoot or nothing. Just forced him to be in the video. And that's how the song came about, bro. A throwaway freestyle.
So the whole thing is a freestyle?
Whole thing was a freestyle.
And it's like the one that rocks everything.
Yeah. Like, I just be mad because like songs that I put months and effort into writing comes out trash, and then a song I just made in 5 minutes be the one.
Y'all gonna catch me. If I surf, y'all gonna catch me. If I surf, y'all gonna catch me. I bring away 90 pounds. If y'all don't catch me.
Are they really gonna catch you though?
Man, I've always wanted to stage dive. Like, since I've always wanted to be one of them dudes that perform in front of 100,000 and just go in the middle and just freaking dive from the front to the back type stuff. But
talk about the first time you said I'm gonna do it.
First time I said I'm gonna do it. We was at Lava Hookah Lounge. This was like when we first really started. I don't know, it was the first show or the second show. I think it was the second one. And then I was like, man, I might as well try it. Like, I don't know what they're gonna think. I'm not gonna tell them I'm gonna dive. I'm gonna just see how it goes. All of y'all should try to dive someday. They could have just beat my ass, bro, for real, like jump me. Shit, cause I mean, it ain't fun when somebody jumps on top of your head.
Hey, y'all four girls, hey, y'all might not want to be there, bro. Y'all might not want to be there. Run that shit.
Just by the facial expression. They can literally just be standing there and looking at you, but you can tell like they're into it. You're there on stage looking at how everybody looks at you, whether they know it or not. You know, it's just your job to entertain them. It's a lot of stuff that goes behind the cameras that when they watch me, you know, I'm not the leader, bro. It's just they look to me for inspiration or energy. Like, you got one life to live, you got one dream to chase, you only get one shot at this, so make it count. I don't know, bro. I'm just overwhelmed. It's been happening way too fast, bro. Like, it's been people that I used to look up to I still look up to, man, my bad. Like, when I was looking up to when I was a kid trying to do this, and they actually like reach their hands out to me, and I don't gotta like go to them and try. Like, it feels so good for them to reach out by themselves, you know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, no matter how much money you spend on this shit, you will not be a star unless the people choose, you know? Like, the people choose who they want to support. It's as simple as that.
That's two legends right there, man. That's the future, man. That's the future right there. The future.
At first, my name was Point Blank. The big homie gave me that name. Certain people would just be like, man, Point Blank's the dope name, or Point Blank, it's not a good name. But I felt like Point Blank was never a chosen name by me. It was given to me, you know? Yeah. So I was like, what can I do? Or, because I want to brand myself different, and I want my brand to be like really, truly you and where you're from, you know? It's like, why not just put my neighborhood or my old section and put my name on it? Because that's my real name and that's where I'm from. It's a lot of blood in Plainview. It's a lot of blood from the hands of Plainview and in Plainview. So, of course, it's gonna be a sensitive topic. Of course, people gonna try to get at me. But, like I said, it's up to me to change that perspective. The suburbs, they always gonna have one up on us because their family started off with something and it's passed down. We're started from nothing, bro. You know, we had to learn how to be a man by ourselves. You gotta think, bro, like these kids out here, they grown up with their homies. I grew up with my homies. A house, 10, 20 dudes. Like the Asian shit. They never knew we got down or whatever, shit like that. But it's maybe in the future where I can get some clearance from the big homies on both sides, maybe I can really get down and tell the real stories behind the shit.
More from Plainview, keep it right here.
I think he was wanting a picture, but
yeah, because he kept coming in and
I didn't know, but he didn't ask me. Yeah. But he looked at me and I looked at him.
Yeah, he kept like walking around and yeah, he came out. My soul's been blessed by Plainview, bro.
It's stupid. It's weird, bro. It just started happening where people recognize me. So how'd I get with? I knew Tevin from high school, but he was like the cool kid in school. He don't ever want to talk on camera and stuff, so I'm gonna talk for him. But man, in high school, he was the cool kid. He was a cool kid. I was like a bum, bro. Like I didn't have no clothes. I had to wear the same clothes every 3 days type stuff. He was like the first person that was like, hey, you want to go hang out? And like a cool kid, like to nobody, right? So he took me to the mall. He was like, let's go kick it or something. I went to the mall, came home, got my ass whooped by my grandparents on some Asian shit. But, and then I remember I was making fun with him. I'm not going to name the incident, but he got mad at me, and I feel like he didn't like me no more. I always felt like he didn't like me, but come around, now he said that he always thought the Asians didn't like him because his first Not Human party, we all got jumped by mistake type shit. My second year into rapping, I wasn't even that good. I was trying to get him to sponsor me. Like, hey bro, like, you know, sponsor me, I rap and stuff. And, you know, with anybody, he just kind of took it as a joke at first. And once I don't know how we got really linked up, but we just started vibing out. And then he's like a brother to me now, like for real, like that's my brother.
Why did you get in trouble?
Why'd I get in trouble? Bro, because I was living with my grandparents. Like, you don't understand, like, your day as an Asian kid will be go to school, you come home, you gotta watch TV for 30 minutes to an hour, read some books, 2 hours, an hour, whatever. You do not get to leave the premises. Like, you will not get to go to the playground or whatever. Like, if you go to the playground, best believe when you come back, you're getting whooped. If you sleeping over, you're getting whooped. If you sleeping over the families, your cousins, you're getting whooped. If you don't come home right after school, I went to the mall, you're getting whooped. That's just how it was. You're getting whooped. It was like a strict household because, you know, you gotta understand their whole culture back then was super strict. They weren't lenient. Like, I feel like us as parents, we're fucked, bro. This generation, like, my kid's gonna be out kicking it by the time he's 12, 13. like off the porch. Bro, I was separated from my parents when I was 7.
Huh.
They live in Vietnam. Yeah.
Is that where you going?
Yeah.
To see them?
Yeah. It's been, let's see, it's been 18 years. But I seen them when I was 16, so 8 years ago. I came back to visit them the first time. But this time it's really cool because I get to see my parents and I get to bring my woman and my child. I don't know, bro. Like, I'll probably cry when I leave or something, bro, for real. Vietnam, I was basically adopted, bro. Yeah, I came here with my aunt and her husband, and I grew up with my grandparents. So many changes in my life that I couldn't keep up, so I don't remember nothing from my childhood. I don't remember shit. I don't remember nothing from Vietnam. All I remember is my mama crying at the airport, pushing me and my sisters together, making us kiss each other and shit, saying our goodbyes. And I just remember the escalators. That's it. I don't remember the plane ride or nothing.
I don't got no sandals on. Give me shoes so I can walk around. This shit look crazy as hell.
What up, brother? This is the first friend I met when I came to America.
Hey man, it was like back in 2000, but this dude did not speak no English. Our teacher assumed I knew Vietnamese because I was Asian, and just had me with him, and it was a language barrier, man.
Yeah, man, I did some dumb shit when I was in 3rd grade. I had this girl, I don't know, she took advantage of me because I don't know the language. She took me to the bathroom and started putting my hands on her titties and stuff. Well, she ain't had no titties. I don't know. It's weird talking about this anyway. But her dad was like an employee. So like I got in trouble. And they had like put me with him and some shit like that. Because they thought that he knew my language, but he's Cambodian. Oh God, bro. I don't know. It was just weird. Bro, I don't know the language. I'm like an innocent little kid. And she took me to the bathroom. She started doing shit.
Was she the same age?
Yeah.
Oh.
I knew nothing about that type of stuff at that time either. So where you want to go first? You say what? I bet. We live in a city where it's like gangbang. It's really gangland here. It's savages out here. It's originally, like for real back in the day, it was the Asian boys, the VBs, the Vit boys, the Serranos. It's just all type of shit, bro. In Plainview, it's different. Ain't nothing like in Plainview, bro. Like when you go to the north side, it's like, you know how you got 13th and Oliver, and then you go down some more, and it's like, I don't know the streets for real, like 21st or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, and it'd be the Mexicans and it'd be the blacks. But in Plainview, it'd be like a mixture of all types of people. So if you ever like see some kids play with each other over here, bro, it'd be like whites, blacks, Mexicans, one Asian dude. It'd be like only one Asian dude in every fucking crew. Bro, we used to make up some dumbass games. We didn't even used to have all this shit. That red climbing stuff, I never be climbing them. I was never a climber. Nah, fuck that. Some people might get offended, but whatever, but I feel like the street life make you ignorant. It's like, how I be explaining it Like rich folks, like I'm talking about rich folks, billionaires. How do they stay rich? It's because one generation before them, they had money. They had a good start and they had knowledge. More importantly than everything is they had knowledge and they passed that down to their kids, and it's so forth. But in the hood, bro, you starting, your generation is the start of it. You raised by gangsters. You around, not even raised, but like you just around gangsters. And then they just so happen to take you under their wing. Cause bro, you young, you probably got a broken home. Your parents is fucking fighting every night, alcoholics, whatever, smoking meth, injecting heroin, whatever. Like me raising my son, I'm able to, if he ever act out, I'll be like, I'll know exactly what to do and what to say. Cause I don't want him to go that route.
Do you feel like you put a different expectation you as a father and as basically a self-made business person?
Everybody look at you funny. Because first you got the Asian people, like your family, or let's say your girl's family. Everybody will just judge you off the bat. It's just like when you're doing something for 7 years, somebody's gonna take you serious. You just gotta be passionate about it. And of course they don't agree with that shit. I wouldn't even persuade anybody to be a fucking rapper. Rapping just came.
Why not?
Why not to persuade a rapper?
Yeah.
Because you put, what exactly do you want out of your life? It's my first question. It's like, do you want to be rich or do you want to live your passion? If you want to be rich, you can just go to school, bro. Go to school for 5-7 years and you'll make Ferrari money. You can get a nice crib, you can get Lambos, whatever, if you work hard 7 days a week, But to be a rapper, it's like, it's a big gamble. I mean, like, why I rap, I really don't, like, do it for attention. It's like, when I first started rapping, I was by myself. I not ran away, but got kicked out of the house, living with the homies. Don't got no family communications. And I was just in my head. So I started writing, and writing made me feel better. You can't choose to be on. Like, what the fuck? You can't choose to be on. The people choose if they fuck with you or not. And I don't think it's my music for real, bro. I really don't, because I really think my music ain't that good. Like, it's not lyrical or none of that shit, or like high standard. But I'm not dogging myself either. It's just, I think people fuck with me because of who I am. Like, I genuinely love this shit, and I genuinely got love for people.
Do you think that you started making or putting out music at the right time?
I've been doing this shit for 7 years, bro. I just now got some recognition. I swear to God to you, bro, on everything I love. Like,
You think that others are just copying?
hold on, let's get in the car real quick, bro. God damn, bro, fuck. Damn, I done threw my L out there. I didn't come back and get that.
Look us up on Facebook and Instagram, Ground Up ICT.
We'll be right back with more from the ground up. Keep it right here.
Yes, sir. Oh, let's do it. Let's get to it. Hit me.
Come with me, huh?
So how you feel about the new album, the new project you put out?
Man, it's solid. It's like kind of like a compilation album that I put out. It ain't really an album, it's like a tape, but it's like some old songs that's on there too. I just put like all the songs that I really like personally together, and they just flow together. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna drop it. But it's like the type of wave that I'm trying to go with. People be wanting me to rap and all that stuff, but I still be rapping and stuff, but I like more of that icy wave more. With my fans, it's like they be liking, some people like this shit, some people like that shit. It's like every single song, it has somebody that it be their favorite ones. So it ain't just like one song that they gravitate towards. But they really fuck with Relocate.
Yo, I got a new song that I have never performed, and I want to perform for y'all real quick.
She wanna fornicate. What I'm gonna do today? I'm feeling good today. 100 bands on the way. I ain't just on the way. I'ma need mine on the way. I'ma need mine on the way. She can want look at this way. Tell her I'm good, I'm straight. This drip, you gotta embrace. She wanna run on my face. I really came from the bottom. We stand on my love by the way. I gotta leave, I can stay. Getting money out of state. Snake wood to the bay. Real one can relate. You can tell what I need.
That shit is crazy that I'm back now. Like, it feels weird. I miss my parents than the motherfucker. They miss my son. And man, it was different over there, bro. How they live, it's like, you know, like your house, right? It'd be a building and nobody there really works. Like, when I say work, I mean like they don't work for companies. They be doing their own business outside of their house, like out of their house. Selling gold, selling fucking food, cutting hair, lawyers, doctors, whatever, bro. Like medicine, groceries, anything, bro. Like, when I went over there, I realized why, like, VIP people, they so hardworking. When I say VIP people be balling, I say that because, bro, their work ethic is crazy. Like they just work 365. And like, when I went back, I knew the reason why. Like, bro, the government over there fucked up. They corrupted as hell. We think our shit is bad, bro. That shit ain't nothing. They be taking money from you, like, for real. My dad got pulled over, and the police took $500,000 in their money from him. It made me mad, but at the same time, it was a perk to it, because paying him $500,000 versus going through court, you know, paying 3-4 times even more. My dad, he made me realize, like, the people's just so used to police abuse. It'd be like, oh, it's fine. I'd rather pay them than pay the courthouse or go through the court thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's normal to them. But that's true though, bro. I'd rather pay $20 to a dude than, like, fuck, you know, going through court, $100, whatever, fines and shit. And like, when I was leaving the country, the TSA motherfuckers, they was talking to me like, man, they was talking to everybody like they want shit, because they hate when you leave their country and you they peoples. You get what I'm saying? They communists, bro. Man, they up early doing shit. Take that up here. I feel like a young prince down here. Alright, y'all, I'm about to get my day started. I'll keep y'all updated. Man, all I gotta say, bro, I gotta say this one thing before we move on. All the motherfuckers that be hating on me, talking about, like, I'm not from Plainview, I'm not from like, why the fuck would I claim somewhere I'm not from? Like, why would I? Like, bro, I grew up here, like, when I was a kid, bro, like, since a kid. Like, if you live on the east side and you was from the east side, what's wrong with where you from, bro? Like, people don't fuck with you because of who you act like you are. People fuck with you for you. It's always harder when you try to be somebody you're not. You know, like it'd be easy when you being yourself. Cause I just look at everything I used to trip at, every fucking beef I've been in, all the time I done wasted trying to be cool, like trying to fucking put something on the pedestal, like all that time I could have been grinding or, you know, just knowing life for what it really is. There's way more to life than that street shit. I tell everybody that, but you can't tell a gangster to, you know, not be a gangster. Everybody gonna be their own way, and they gotta learn life themselves.
I get to the money, I get to the bread. She showed me titties and gave me some head.
I love LA, man. I love LA. Just being out there, you just get all types of energy. I got an opportunity. Like I said, bro, like I'm not moving out there for good. It's just I'll be back and forth more often because we just gotta go, bro. We got some opportunities and we're not gonna seize up on it. There's always gonna be pressure on you to, is this song I'm making as good as the last one, or I like this song and it was my favorite for a minute and I'm trying to make new songs, but sometimes you get writer's block. Sometimes you just don't. I went a whole year without making music. I had an opportunity with, but I messed that up because I wasn't working for a whole year. That was my fault, you know? Damn, I shouldn't have said that, but yeah, nobody really knew that situation though. I shouldn't have said that, but like you can tell, I was really consistent and I just went off the radar. It's just because of the pressure. People telling me what to do, what I should do. You know, other people having expectations of me. And then it's your real life friends that you haven't seen in a while. Your girl, your son. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of sacrifice if you want to do this.
You afraid to fuck it up?
Most definitely. I'm afraid. I don't want to give up yet. I'm afraid I'll give up and look back 5 years from now and be like, or be working at an aircraft company or Quick Trip or some shit and be like, damn, I could have did something. Like me, now that I'm on this platform and I have where I can say anything and people will listen to it, I just want to be totally transparent. I'm really dead inside. And like the only thing that makes me feel the void is like my son, my brothers, you know. But music, people don't understand, it's not sweet. A lot of shit comes into play when you can't half-ass it. Something that you gotta make up your mind and actually do. And just, I'll tell you right now, the normal person wouldn't be able to do this just because they can't go to Walmart without having 10 people walk up to them, you know, saying stuff and asking you things. It's a lot of stuff into it. So yeah, it definitely drains your energy. But the real life experiences, hopefully, they'll get your energy back, you know?
If you could have anything in the world right now, what would it be? Anything. Like you snap your fingers and you got everything you want.
If I could have anything, I wish that I would been able to had a normal youth or been able to had my parents, and I wish my auntie didn't die. People would have said money, but I just value relationships more.
Would you still make music if that was the case?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Cause really I was in a good household. I was just lost. Like I was just bad. I was just bad cause I had too much shit going through my mind, and I don't feel like my family understood me.
What do you think you would do?
Probably the typical Asian shit. Go to school, be a doctor, go be a lawyer, engineer, that type of stuff.
Life in the streets, I was 10 toes deep. Counting on sheep, but I still can't sleep. Run around with a pair.
Yeah, man, like I always told myself, if I ever get some money, bro, I'm buying this shit back. I'm gonna probably give that shit to my grandparents back.
With the egg, I can really get you whack. Let's put the dub on the mouth. I don't want them on the snout.
Like, everybody really want me to be out there, but like, how the fuck am I gonna stay out there for good? Cause I gotta, like, you know, I wanna see my kid and shit. But, you know, like, he just ended up, you know, falling through, and he just fucked with me, and we've been good friends ever since. And then now it's just like, let me try to go see what it's like if I go out there. Like, let me see if I can handle this shit, being away from my son, being away from my family, you know. And if I can't handle it, then I don't know. That's why I don't know where the fuck my story's gonna end. I feel like this is the first chapter, honestly. Or like, maybe not the first, but the very beginning shit. But yeah, you know what I mean.
These bitches want a dog on me. Plainview swag, but the sauce ain't free. Chicken little boy, I ain't sipping on tea. Pop 3 more, so I might OD. Life ain't fast, so I put in my cheese. Pussy nigga wanna cow. I ain't really with the egg.